Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
In Nigeria's oil-rich region, reactions have continued to trail a proposed legislation for a repeal of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Act 2010. The Nigerian Content Development Commission bill, sponsored by Senator Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, representing Niger North Senatorial District in the Senate, seeks to further strengthen the Nigerian content in all aspects of the economy. However, the move does not go down well with Senator Lee Maeba, who served as Senate Committee Chairman on Petroleum Resources Upstream in the 7th Senate. Senator Maeba, who is the author and brain behind the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Act 2010, has rejected its repeal on the grounds that it will shortchange oil and gas host communities in the Niger Delta.
See, it's only in Nigeria we have inconsistency in legislative drafting. Number one, there is a Nigerian Content Board working very well. And I know the day we were doing the third reading of the bill, to make the clause that said that the headquarters of the Nigerian Content Board must be in the oil producing region was a very, very serious debate, because we are used to a culture of everything being in Abuja. Everything being in Abuja. Even when the vice president said oil companies must move their headquarters to the Niger Delta, they refused, because it's not law. If this one was not law, I'm very sure the headquarters would have been in Abuja. And so when you have a situation where oil is produced at some place, and every level of control is hundreds of miles away, that is part of the problem that is causing the rift between the oil communities and the oil company. Because a genuine complaint a community has, that they would have taken a walk to the company to complain. The company is in Lagos. The company is in Abuja. And so the headquarters of the Nigerian Content Board building in Yenagoa is a product of the first law written by an indigenous senator. The board is serving the whole country. If you go to Lagos, you feel Nigerian content, you see all the company doing logistics, everything. If you go, everywhere you go, Nigerian content is working. So to do a law, to repeal it, to me, is completely out of place. Because no, we should get this thing straight. I look at the bill. The bill wants to cite, to repeal it and call it a commission. We don't need a commission. There is a Steve Orusaya committee to streamline parastatals and commission with overlapping duties in within the federal government. I'm sure you are aware of that. So when you see that on, you want to make another commission in place of a board that is working. The board, as of now, have built a 17-story building that will bring more oil and gas companies to have liaison offices or branch offices in that building. So the building is working. So the bill seeks to destroy something that is working. Out of what I don't know.
Inside the Niger Delta.
In his own reaction, Professor of Economics and Director of the University of Port Harcourt Business School, Professor Oke Onuchukwu, insists that the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Act should be fully implemented to benefit largely impoverished oil and gas producing communities in the Niger Delta.
That particular industry is heavily situated in the Niger Delta region. And that's why maybe the office is in Bayelsa. And given that, what we're saying is that majority of the resources you should use in that industry, for production, should come out locally. That's why I keep preaching about this modular refinery. One would have thought that with the Local Content Act, the modular refinery would have come to stay, because you discover that our boys in the creek only use firewood to heat crude oil. the particular temperature that will separate PMS, from diesel, and then Kiro and all that. And we use them to run our cars, run our generators, and they are working. So I was thinking that, given that local content law, what we would have done is to, develop this thing that the boys are doing in the grid properly, so that the technology will be, indigenous, instead of hoping for building very big refineries and gigantic refineries that are not working. So that is my idea of local content. And the law is strictly for oil and gas industry. That does not mean that you cannot, enact another law for maybe mining and some other industry. If you say you want to generalize it, it's like watering the whole thing down. While I look at what Sani is doing as his duty as a legislator, but I disagree with him in that aspect of generalizing the law and making it more comprehensive. It's just being more political.
Inside the Niger Delta,